Let's walk through adding a client. So I got here off of Engage, clicking Real Scout, and here I am on my Real Scout dashboard. So right up here to the top, they have this nice blue button that says Add Client/Alert, and I'm going to click on that to add a client. You can see the only thing required is an email. So I'm going to use this email, and then the rest is optional. However, I would of course recommend putting in the name and then phone number and source. Really, Real Scout feeds into Engage. So if you want to have all that feeding in there, only putting it in that one time, you could put this information in if you wanted to. So there we have it, and now I'm going to click Create Client. So when I do that, it gives me the option. I have See Client has been created, but now I have an option to engage my client with an email alert. So I have either this listing alert that I could send out or a generic market activity alert. So I'm going to go with listing alert. Here it kind of defaults me to a cross MLS search basic criteria, but if I click on that, I could say Canopy MLS residential, if I know, and then you'll see that there's two options. So invite client to create their own alert, or we can customize a listing alert for them. So with Real Scout, clients will have basically their own website that's completely branded to you as the agent, and they'll be able to play around with the map, play around with searches, save their own searches, just like they would on any other site, except for here it's all branded to you and their information is not getting sold. So if you have a super techie client, you could always just invite them to create their own alert, but we always suggest that you start them off with a listing alert or search. It can, be generic, it can be basic, but this way they have something to kind of pull them into this website to try out. And then they could, of course, edit it if they were super techie or they wanted to edit it, or they could create their own search from there. But this at least gives them something to start out with. So if I choose this option, it's going to take me to my search screen. I can just start going through active, single family. I'm just going to choose we'll just choose the city for now, or I could do this elementary school. So I have three results. So you could set up this search for them. I go over more details about searches in another one, but then I would do save to client, make sure my client's name is here, label the search, and listings, and then the schedule. Obviously ASAP is something we're also recommending with this current market. And then you could choose to send a copy to yourself. The natural language is one of the reasons that we love Real Scout, so I would keep those on unless you really want to turn them off, but that just kind of gives them an intro about the house, and then send open house reminder before each weekend if you wanted. And then I would just click save, and this client would all be set up, be added with this search. I'm just going to change this to monthly so I don't get spammed. But then I just want to show you here, I'll have the option to send them those 3 listings right away, or I could choose to do not send, and then they would get the next listing that's available if I know we've already talked over these 3 listings. Then I'm just going to show you in clients. Here is my Natasha Dugood all set up with this search. She has a couple others because I've used this email account before, but here's that Lake Wylie LM listings. She's all set up, and that's how you would add a client and connect them to a search.